Greetings one and all, and welcome back to A Therapeutic Edge. Today we are taking a look at one of my absolute favorite knives in the whole wide world. This is the PMP Revenge. Now this is made by Maxace. It is M390 steel, running on bearings, all titanium build out. It's got a great pocket clip, although there's a fair amount of knife sticking up when you're done using it, when you're carrying it in the pocket, as you can see. The action on this thing is just superb. You can fire it out with the flipper. You can spidey flick it, which is my favorite way to open and close this knife. The design on this blade is just wonderful. It is, what are we looking at? We're looking at 4 inches of M390 with a 3 3/4 inch cutting surface. It is super thin behind the edge. The blade stock is relatively thin to begin with, and as that's the case, this thing is really, really slicey, and I love it for that. Sorry about that, slicey dicey. I don't mean to steal your phrase, but hey, it's a slicey knife. It's good to carry in the pocket because it is thin through the handle. It is fun to use. It is not super scary in public, I think, because of the shape of the blade. In other words, whereas with some of my other knives, as I mentioned, people tend to give me funny looks when I bust it out to do some, opening or cutting of packages. Nobody ever looks sideways at this ever, even though it is a really big knife, and it is. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 inches long with 4 inches of M390 blade. It's a big knife. You'd think it would get attention, but there's just something about the design. I don't know if it's sort of elegant. Well, I feel it's elegant. It's just non-threatening to non-knife people, and that is not a bad thing in and of itself, because it allows me to carry a chunk of a knife without it freaking people out, and I'm okay with that, really. There we go. These are available on and off. I do know that the company PMP has basically stopped making them. At least that's what he has said. When these are gone, they're gone. If you can find one, I really recommend picking it up. This knife meets all of my needs in many ways. It is big, it is comfortable in hand, it is fun to play with, it works exceptionally well for everyday carry. It's big enough that you can do food prep with it with no problem. There's just the perfect amount of belly on that blade, so you can, get down there and cut things like salami, which I do a lot, or whatever else you're into. I've used this to cut cake at the office, for instance. It did a great job at that too. Recently, the PMP company put out a notice that they were making a series of carbon fiber scales for the show side, and I jumped on that. So at some point, a carbon fiber scale for this side of the knife is going to show up, and I will put that on and do another video about it. A lot of people have reviewed this. I know I'm not first. I'm not even probably 100th. But this was a grail for me. As soon as I saw it, I knew I had to have it. I sold some knives, I put together the funds to pick it up, and I have never regretted it once. It is everything that I had hoped it was going to be, and more. So look, if you're looking for a great knife in the $200 range that is good M390, that the titanium is done well, fit and finish is beautiful, you just can't go wrong with this. I mean, it's just essentially perfect. I love it. Anyway, this has been the PMP Revenge. This has also been A Therapeutic Edge. If you have any questions about this knife or any knives, feel free to ask down in the comments. I hope you like and subscribe to the channel. Like the video and subscribe to the channel. But you know what I meant. I'll see you next time. Thanks.